Welcome, and thank you to our audience members who have come this afternoon as well. This afternoon is our annual poetry contest, and this afternoon is Division 2, grades 4, 5, and 6. And we see some people that are biting their fingernails a little bit and shaking their knees a little bit. I know you're all going to be wonderful. Before we start, I'd like to remind all of our guests, please to turn off your phones or any devices you have that might ring or make some noise to distract us this afternoon. I also want to let everybody know that although it looks like there's not a lot of people in the audience, in fact, there's a huge invisible audience. Because this year we are doing something special called live streaming. And that's just as though you were on television and millions of people potentially could be watching you. So parents who weren't able to come this year during the day, some of them are sitting at their computers right now and they're watching. And they get to see the whole show live. So we have a much bigger audience than it might feel right now. Kind of exciting. This afternoon we have 4 judges that I'm going to introduce to you, and they have the very difficult job of listening to all of the performances and then deciding who gets to be the winner in each grade. That's a very difficult job. This afternoon we have Henry Lau, who is one of our TIS counselors. He's waving at you there. And we have Mrs. Scott back there, and she's one of the TISPA members, and she's the mother of the 3 boys that I almost got just me. And Mrs. Hopper, our librarian. And then we also have Mr. Reese, and Mr. Reese is a high school teacher. So they are going to be listening very closely and making some notes and making some decisions. I'm going to let you know a little bit about how it's going to go this afternoon so that you are prepared. We're going to start with our grade 4 students. And first we will have our ELL students, or our English language learners. Those are our students who have English as a second or third or 4th language. And then we will have the rest of our grade 4 students follow them. Then the same thing will happen in grade 5, first the ELL students and then the rest of the grade 5 students. And then we have a little break for something that's very exciting that I'm really looking forward to, and that's called the personal poem section. So those are the students who are not only coming up here in front of you to perform a poem, it's a poem that they wrote all by themselves. So that makes it even more special. And after the personal poems, then we'll have the grade 6 students who are going to do their poems. There will be some ELL students followed by the rest of the grade 6 students. A little bit different from our show this morning, this afternoon we have all individual performances. In the morning with the younger students, we had some grade groups that all stood up together and did their poems together. And this afternoon, now that you guys are older and you have more practice performing, you're going to do your poems all by yourself, which is very great. So I really hope that all of you who are watching and listening can be a really good audience this afternoon. Okay, let's get started with grade 4. So first in grade 4, we have 2 ELL students. The first one is Carol Chalk, and her poem is Last Night I Dreamt of Chickens.
Last night I dreamt of chickens by Jack Lewis. Last night I dreamed of chickens. There were chickens everywhere. They were standing on my stomach. They were nesting in my hair. They were pecking at my pillow. They were hopping on my head. They were waffling up their feathers as they raced about my bed. They were on chairs and tables. They were on chandeliers. They were roosting in the corner. They were biting in my ears. They're chickens, chickens, chickens. Far as I could see. When I woke today, I noticed there were eggs on top of me.
doesn't sound like a very good sleep. Now we have Daniel Chan, and his poem is called Ice Cream Stop.
The circus train made an ice cream stop at the 52 favorite ice cream stand. The animal all got off the train and walked right up to the ice cream man. I'll take vanilla, yelled the girl. I'll take chocolate, shouted the ocelot. I'll take strawberry, chirped the canary. Rocky Road, crowed the toad. Lemon and lime, growled the lamb. Said the ice cream man, till I see a dime, you get no ice cream of mine. Then the animal snarled and screeched and growled and whinnied and whimpered and howled and hooted and gobbled up the whole ice cream stand. All 52 flavors, 53 of the ice cream man.
I wonder what flavor of ice cream that is. All right, next we have Joanne Tong, and she's going to tell us all about dirty socks.
Dirty Socks by Bruce Lansky. My socks were very dirty, so I washed them in the lake. It wasn't long before I knew I made a big mistake. The water changed from clear to mud and fuel began to rise. And soon a cloud of air pollution covered up the skies. The pooper started croaking and dust began to fly. So cameras started chanting, we want our clean lake back. I've got a pile of dirty socks and an awful line. I guess I have to grade them. I hope the worms don't mind.
Now we have Cleo Chan, and she's going to tell us about the ice cream stop.
Ice Cream Stop by Shel Silverstein. The circus train made an ice cream stop at the 52 flavored ice cream stand. The animals all got off the train and walked right up to the ice cream man. I'll take vanilla, yelled the gorilla. I'll take chocolate, shouted the ocelot. I'll take strawberry, chirped the canary. Rocky Road, crowed the toad. Lemon and lime, growled the lion. Said the ice cream man, till I see a dime, you'll get no ice cream of mine. Then the animals snarled and screeched and growled and whinnied and whimpered and hooted and howled and gobbled up the whole ice cream stand. All 52 flavors, 53 of the ice cream man.
Thank you, good job. It's very difficult to come up and be the next person to do a poem when somebody has already done it. But you'll notice if you pay really close attention that everybody recites a poem a little bit different, and that's what makes it interesting. Next we have Jamie. Jamie Young is going to dream of chicken.
Last night I dreamed of chickens by Jack Prelutsky. Last night I dreamed of chickens. There were chickens everywhere. They were standing on my stomach. They were nesting in my hair. They were pecking at my pillow. They were hopping on my head. They were ruffling up their feathers as they raced about my bed. They were on the chairs and tables. They were on the chandeliers. They were roosting in the corners. They were clucking in my ears. There were chickens, 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 for as far as I could see. When I woke today, I noticed there were eggs on top of me.
If I could get up there, I would get eggs. Now we have No Man's Farm Ice Cream Stop.
Ice cream stop by Shel Silverstein. Circus train made an ice cream stop at the 52 flavor ice cream stand. The animals all got off the train and walked right up to the ice cream man. I'll take vanilla, yelled the gorilla. I'll take chocolate, shouted the ocelot. I'll take strawberry, chirped the canary. Rocky Road, croaked the toad. Lemon and lime, growled the lion. Said the ice cream man, till I see a dog, no, but no ice cream of mine. Then the animals snarled and screeched and growled, whined and whimpered and didn't howl, and gobbled up the whole ice cream stand. all 52 flavors, 53 with the ice cream man.
Okay. Now we have Jessie Casey, and she's going to tell us about another note from Mom.
Another note from Mom by Diane said short. I sprang from bed and bumped my head and stubbed my little toe, then jammed my fingers turning down the blaring radio. I rubbed my bumps and bruises, as the weather lady said. Today's the 1st of April, look for showers overhead. I trudged downstairs to breakfast, when my bad luck tagged along. They're taped up to the microwave, another note from Mom. Good morning, exclamation point. She always starts out nice. Now comes the part where I get fed her motherly advice. For breakfast, dear, just help yourself. There's pizza in the fridge. As for soda, choose the Sprite. The Coke has lost its fizz. Is this a dream? I said out loud. There must be some mistake. I better read that through again. I'm only half awake. I scanned the lines not once but twice. Yes, pizza is what it said. And I would swallow that advice, so I read on ahead. Please wear your faded jeans to school, those low-cut ones that flare, and use my mousse to do that sticky update with your hair. Is she for real? I asked myself. What's gone into Mom? Whatever it was, I liked it lots, so I continued on. About your science quiz today, the one on natural gas. Just tell your teacher that's one subject you don't want to pass. I know I didn't read that right. I couldn't have, no way. But there it was in black and white, as plain as night and day. Then it hit me. Why the change? Mom had lost a screw. My worry-free philosophy had finally gotten through. Her rules had changed from main to last. My mom was cool at last. These last few months of middle school were gonna be a blast. I quickly read the last 2 lines. Enjoy your day at school, and don't believe what you've just read or you're an April fool.
Thank you, Jessie. I was worried about your mom there for a while. All right, now we have Aiden Lowe, and he's going to tell us about the flying reptiles race.
The Flying Reptiles Race by Irene Yates. 5 flying reptiles were just about to dine. Their dinner had arrived and it looked just fine. Then up jumped a bossy one and shouted with a glee, I bet that I could beat you to that faraway tree. The other reptiles laughed and then cried, no way! We're the fastest in the land, we could beat you any day. The bossy one boasted, I'm the fastest one. But they all disagreed, so the race was on. They each lined up on the cliff edge, ready to begin. Each reptile saying, I'll win. They gazed across the ocean, reaching far beyond the sand. The winner, said the bossy one, is first back to land. Then go, screeched the bossy one, giving them a fight. Then 4 foolish reptiles flew up to the night. The bossy and greedy reptile went aloft to dine, they won't be back till dawn. The dinner is all mine.
Now we're going to move to our grade 5 students, and first we have Mark Pinto telling us about dirty socks.
Dirty Socks by Bruce Lansky. My socks were very dirty, so I washed them in the lake. It wasn't long before I knew I made a big mistake. The water changed from pure to mud, the fumes began to rise, and a cloud of air pollution covered up the skies. Gophers started croaking and ducks began to quack. Some campers started chanting, we want our clean lake back. Got a pile of dirty socks. I'm in an awful line. I guess I have to read it. Oh, don't mind.
Good job. Now Barbie Lang is going to tell us about her chicken dream.
Last night I dreamed of chickens by Jack Walensky. Last night I dreamed of chickens. There are chickens everywhere. They're standing on my stomach. They're nesting in my hair. They were pecking at my pillow. They were hopping on my head. They were ruffling up the feathers as they raced up on my bed. They were on the chairs and tables. They were on the chandeliers. They were roosting in the corner. They were clucking in my ears. There were chickens, for as far as I could see. When I woke today, I noticed there were eggs on top of me.
Now we have Isabel Parker, and she's going to tell us about her mother's note.
Another Note from Mom by Diane Shore. I sprang from bed and bumped my head and stubbed my little toe and jammed my fingers turning down the blaring radio. I rubbed my bumps and bruises as the weather lady said. Today's the 1st of April, look for showers overhead. I trudged downstairs for breakfast where my bad luck tagged along. Taped up to the microwave, another note from Mom. Good morning, exclamation point. She always starts out nice. Now comes the part where I get fed her motherly advice. For breakfast, dear, just help yourself. There's pizza in the fridge. And ask for soda, choose the Sprite, the Coca sauce does fizz. Is this a dream? I said out loud, there must be some mistake. I'd better read that through again, I'm only half awake. I scanned the lines not once but twice. Yes, pizza's what it said. And I could swallow that advice, so I read on ahead. Please wear your faded jeans to school, those low-cut ones that flare, and use my nose to do that sticky up thing with your hair. Is she for real, I asked myself? What's gone into Mom? Whatever it was, I liked it lots, so I continued on. About your science quiz today, the one on natural gas, just tell your teacher that's one subject you don't want to pass. But then it hit me, why the change? Mom had lost a screw. My worry-free philosophy had finally gone through. Her rules had changed from lame to lax. My mom was cool at last. These last few months of middle school were going to be a blast. I quickly read the last few lines. Enjoy your day at school, and don't believe what you just read or you're an April fool.
Yeah, she's really good voice in that. Great job. Now we have Sienna Longers, and she's also going to tell us about her myth.
Another Note from Mom by Diane Shore. I sprung from bed and bumped my head and stubbed my little toe. I jammed my fingers turning down the blaring radio. I run my bumps and bruises as the weather lady said. Today's the 1st of April, look for showers overhead. I trotted down for breakfast with my bad luck tagged along. There, take over the microwave, another note from Mom. Good morning, exclamation point, she always starts out nice. Now here's the part where I get fed her motherly advice. For breakfast, dear, just help yourself, there's pizza in the fridge. And as for soda, choose the Sprite, the Coca sauce and fizz. Is this a dream? I said out loud, there must be some mistake. I better read that through again, I'm only half awake. I scanned the lines not once but twice, yes, pizza's what it said. And I could swallow that advice, so I read on ahead. Please wear your faded jeans to school, the low-cut ones that flare, and use my moves to do that sticky up thing with your hair. Is she for real, I asked myself, what's gotten into Mom? Whatever it was, I liked it lots, so I continued on. Now, for your science quiz today, the one on natural gas, just tell your teacher that's a subject that you don't want to pass. I knew I didn't read that right, I couldn't have, no way, but there it was in black and white as plain as night and day. Then it hit me, why the change? Mom hadn't lost a screw. My worry-free philosophy had finally gotten through. The rules went from lame to lax, I was finally cool at last. These last few months of middle school were going to be a blast. I quickly read the last few lines, enjoy your day at school, and don't believe what you just read or you're an April fool.
Now we have Pablo, and Pablo Troy is going to tell us why his mother does not want to have a dog.
Mother doesn't want a dog. Even years. Mother doesn't want a dog. Mother says smell. And never sit when you say sit, or even when you yell. And when you come at night, and there's ice and snow. You have to go back out because that dumb dog has to go. Mother doesn't want a dog. Mother says shed. And always let the strangers in and bark at friends instead. and do disgraceful things on drugs and trap mud on the floor and flop upon your bed at night and snore your doggy snore. Mother doesn't want a dog. Make no mistake, because more than a dog, I think she'll not want the snake.
Natasha Hall is going to tell us also why her mother doesn't love her dog.
Mother Doesn't Want a Dog by Judith Fioris. Mother doesn't want a dog. Mother says they smell and never sit when you say sit or even when you yell. And when you come home late at night and there's ice and snow, you'll have to go back half because that dumb dog has to go. Mother doesn't want a dog. Mother says they shed and always lets strangers in and barks at friends instead. And Mother doesn't want a dog. And do disgraceful things on roads and track mud on the floor. And flop upon your bed at night and snore the doggy snore. Mother doesn't want a dog. Well, she's making a mistake. Because more than a dog, I think she will not like the snake.
Natasha, I was a dog mother too, and all of those things you described are true. I don't know about snakes, so I think I said all of those doggy things. Now we have Michael, and he's going to tell us why his nasty teacher took away his iPod.
My teacher took my iPod. I kidnapped it. Slowly cruises. My teacher took my iPod. She says they had a rule. I couldn't bring it into class or even to the school. She said she would return it. I have it back today. But then she turned her headphones on and gave a click on play. She looked a little startled, but after just a while, she made sure we were occupied and cracked a wicked smile. Her body started swaying, her toes began to tap. She soon was moving in her seat and rocking to the rack. My teacher changed her mind. She said it's now okay to bring my iPod into class. She takes it every day.
I'm sure we don't have any teachers like that. Now we have Venus Singh, and she's going to tell us about the note she got from Mom.
Another Note from Mom by Diane Z. Shore. I sprang from bed and bumped my head and stubbed my little toe. Then jammed my fingers turning down the blaring radio. I rubbed my bumps and bruises as the weather lady said. Today's the 1st of April. Look for showers overhead. I trudged downstairs to breakfast where my bad luck tagged along. There taped up to my waist another note from Mom. Good morning! Exclamation point, she always starts all nice. Now comes the part where I get fed her motherly advice. For breakfast, dear, just help yourself. There's pizza in the fridge. As for soda, choose a Sprite. The Coke has lost its fizz. Is this a dream? I said out loud. There must be some mistake. I better read that Sue again. I'm only half awake. I scanned the lines not once but twice. Yes, pizza's what it said. And I could swallow that advice, so I went on ahead. Please wear your faded boots to school, the local ones that flare, and use my mousse to do that sticky up thing with your hair. Is she for real? I asked myself, what's gotten into Mom? Whatever it was, I liked it a lot, so I continued on. About your science quiz today, the one on natural gas, just tell your teacher that's one subject you don't want to pass. I know I didn't read that right, I couldn't have, no way, but there it was in black and white as plain as night and day. And then it hit me, why the change Mom hadn't lost a screw. My worry-free philosophy had finally gotten through. Her rules had changed from lame to lax. My mom was full at last. These last 2 months of middle school were gonna be a blast. I quickly read the last few lines, enjoy your day at school, and don't believe what you just read, or you're an April Fool.
Awesome. Now we have our personal poems, and the first person that's going to tell us that poem is Eunice Cordy Arrow. I hope I said your name right, Miss Boyd. And her poem is called My Teacher Took My Pen.
My teacher took my pen by Eunice Leroy. My teacher took my pen. She said I was irritating her, but I didn't even do anything. I was just writing my own story. But when she took my pen, she clicked it once, then twice. Then she said, "Class dismissed," but my friends and I were spying on her. Suddenly, the teacher was clicking and tap dancing. After school, I asked my teacher, "Can I have my pen back?" But she said she would keep it forever.
And I think she liked her pen. Now we have Ethan Ho, and this poem is called Clouds.
Clouds by Ethan. I see clouds in the sky, they are fluffy and white. I like to watch them go by as they hide stars at night. They're like cotton candy here and then floating everywhere. But when rain and thunder falls, we wake up from a rest, and the fifth grade student just can't take his test. Clouds, clouds, I wonder where you came from. I wish I could keep you in a fridge just a little long.
Elise King is going to tell us a poem about a mad turkey.
The Mad Turkey by Elise King. As I was walking along the road one day, picking up stones along the way, I saw a bird of unusual size who had a large beak and small beady eyes. It strutted along and ruffled its wings. Then it did the most frightening thing. It let out a screech and puffed out its chest and wanted to run from this evil pest. As this bird's mighty exterior did appear, the inside of my chest was filled with fear. It put one tail forward, the other one after. Everywhere I go, I can hear the sound of laughter. Around the corner I ran, straight to my home, leaving the bird confused and alone. That's why you should never befriend a turkey, for that's what he was, or he'll attack you simply because.
All that's the turkey, everybody. All right. Now we have Ethan Chung, and he's going to tell us about food group.
I'm in class. I'd rather eat grass. My teacher's lecturing me. I'm super hungry. I'm starting to daydream of a mountain of ice cream. I'm getting into a good mood, thinking about food. I'll camber Mount Breadcrumb with my best friend Bubblegum. I could have a gumball fight or fly a pizza kite. I could drive a candy car that runs on chocolate bars. I could swim in Lake Curry or canoe with a McFlurry. I'll party with a Coke six-pack who beat up a Big Mac. My teacher snaps me back into reality. No longer in the party. But since he can't pay attention, I'll see you in detention.
I'm pretty sure nobody gave you that ice cream. Now we have Timothy Humphries, My Many Journeys.
My Many Journeys by Timothy Humphries. When I was lying in my bed, a thought sprang up into my head. What if I had a different life? New things, new friends, new body, new strife. So I wished with all my might that I might change during the night. And as I rose, I saw my wish was granted. I was a fish, a small tuna in a school of other tuna, fresh and cool. But then I turned, I see in fear, a shark! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. When a shark comes and opens wide, I was afraid that I'd be inside. Then whoosh, what had happened? I'm a rat in Manhattan. Hey, this can't be so bad. I wasn't worried, not a tad. But then you know what I see? Pest control approaching me. I bolt for my life I fear. Get me the heck out of here. I close my eyes and I'm gone. And hard times I can pass to graze on this delicious grass. But who is that? It's the butcher. Oh, no time to grow, no time to nurture. Oh, how I wish that I could fly out of here into the sky. I get myself, and hooray, I still have luck. I'm a flying mallard duck. But things just fly. 1, 2, 3. They're bullets. They're aimed at me. Oh no, how could this be? It's hunting season. Must I die? Is there a reason? I get myself out of there and become a grizzly bear. But it doesn't work. I try more. Rabbit, dolphin, wild boar, chipmunk, raccoon, chimpanzee, a cute seal in the Caspian Sea. Oh, I just wish I was back home. Back where oceans shine white with foam. I can't take it. I yell and scream. And wake up. That was a dream? So this life is the best of all. So live it to the fullest. Trust me, y'all.
Okay, Timothy woke up very tired. Now we have Jason Liu, A Great Journey.
The Great Journey by Jason Liu. As I pondered one day, I found a perfect plan. I would travel across the land, just a solitary man. Then I would write a book about what I had just done. While thinking this, I said out loud, "This will be a lot of fun." With a pen and paper, I left the safety of my town. What I saw ahead of me nearly made me frown. For up in front was a forest of density unknown. Just then, from deep inside the trees came a very nasty groan. A strong wind picked up, which caused all the trees to sway. And then I found it. I had known there had to be a way. Using brute force, I squeezed myself through the many, many trees. I was slim and came out of the other end with ease. But when I looked ahead, I knew I'd made a big mistake. For right in front of me, there was a great blue lake. I stared at it and noticed what was on the right. A fallen great tree, which had been just barely out of sight. I got a log and, with my hands, I gently rolled it in. Once on, I started paddling and saw a rugged fin. A shark, I thought, panicking and pushing the log ahead. It came closer. I wished I had never gone out of bed. But a note to walk ashore, a dolphin. I breathed a sigh of relief. A man walked up to me and grabbed my pen. He was a thief. I chased him until he dropped the pen and ran away in fear. A town, at long last, on my left. Perhaps I could rest here.
And now we have Lulu, and she's going to tell us a poem called A Great Day.
A Great Day by Lily Liu. I woke up when the sun shone into my eyes. It was the weekend. Surprise, surprise. I reached around for my slippers that I read, but strangely, they were nowhere to be seen. Come on, said I, sulky with crossed arms. I walked barefoot to the bathroom, where I brushed my teeth and get ready for noon. Suddenly, my soap slid next to my feet like moss, and I stepped on it and slid all the way across. Come on, said I, sulky with crossed arms. I landed in the bathtub and shrank like a million mice. The bathtub was full of water, cold as ice. I drank the water, not letting it ruin my day. But then, my finger got stuck in the way. Come on, said I, sulky with crossed arms. I changed my clothes and bolted out of the house. I changed my clothes and bolted out of the house. The wind was screaming, shuddered like a mouse. I checked my mail, hoping to find letters from my friend Miss. When I closed it, it slammed on my wrist. Come on, said I, sulky with crossed arms. I decided to go out for a walk on the street, but then random children came and stepped on my feet. Sorry, they said, but I could tell it was a lie, for their expressions showed that it was so funny they could die. I walked back home thinking how today was an unpleasant day. I can't believe my unlucky day was on the 1st of May. Come on, said I, sulky with crossed arms.
All right, now we have our grade 6 students. And the very first person coming up is Amy Hsu, and she's going to do the poem called Ancient.
Ancient by Kenneth Smith. He's older than the oldest man that anyone has ever known. He's older than the internet. He's older than the painted word. The ancient Greeks, the dodo bird. He's older than the pyramids and prehistoric hominids. He's older than the dinosaurs, the earth, the sun, the moon, and stars. He's old as mud, he's old as dust. He's wrinkled up and turned to rust. He's musty, crusty, stinky, dirty. Simply put, that turned dirty.
Now, you said older than the internet, and I just thought about the fact that there's some teachers at TIS who, when we were in elementary school, there was no internet. That would be it. Now, we're going to go on to Julia Linton, the ice cream shop.
The ice cream stop by Sal Silverstein. The circus train made an ice cream stop at the 52 flavored ice creams. The animals all get off the train and walk right up to the ice cream. I'll take vanilla, yelled the girl. I'll take chocolate, yelled the opera. I'll take strawberry, shrieked the candy. Rocky Road croaked until lemon and lime growled. Said the ice cream man, until I see it time, you'll have no ice cream for me. Then the animals snarled and screeched and growled, and whimpered and whined and hooted and howled, and gobbled up the whole ice cream. All 52 flavors, 53 with the ice cream.
Come and tell us what you're going to do, because that's not what's on my program. Come on up.
The Flying Reptile Race by Irene Bates. 5 flying reptiles were just about to die. The dinner had arrived and it looked just fine. Then up jumped Bossy One and shouted glee, I bet I could beat you to the faraway tree. The other reptiles laughed and cried, no way, we're the fastest in land. We could beat you anything. The Bossy One boasted, I am the fastest one. But they all disagreed, so the race was on. They lined on the cliff edge, ready to begin. 5 flying reptiles, each saying I'll win. They gazed across the ocean, stretching far beyond the sand. The winner, said the Bossy One, first back to land. Then go, screeched the Bossy One, giving them a fright, and 4 foolish reptiles flew off into the night. 1 bossy, greedy reptile went off alone to die. They won't be back till dawn, he said, to dinner is all mine.
Thank you. Now we have Ladsy Lee, and she's going to do the Milk from Mom.
Another Note from Mom by Deanne Z. Shore. I sprang from my bed and bumped my head and stubbed my little toe. Then jammed my fingers turning down the blaring radio. I rubbed my bumps and bruises as the weather lady said, today's the 1st of April, little showers overhead. I trudged downstairs to breakfast, where my bad luck tagged along. There, take them to the microwave, another note from Mom. Good morning! Exclamation point. She always starts out nice. Now comes the part where I get fed her motherly advice. For breakfast, dear, just help yourself. There's pizza in the fridge. And as for soda, choose a Sprite. The Coke has lost its fizz. Is this a dream? I said out loud. There must be some mistake. I'd better read that through again. I'm only half awake. I scanned the lines, not once, but twice. Yes, pizza's what it said. And I could swallow that advice, so I read on ahead. Please wear your faded jeans to school, those low-cut ones that flare. And use my mousse to do that sticky up thing with your hair. Is she for real? I asked myself. What's gotten into Mom? Whatever it was, I liked it lots, so I continued on. About your science quiz today, the one on natural gas. Just tell your teacher that's the subject you don't want to pass. I know I didn't read that right. I couldn't have. No way. But there it was in black and white, as plain as night and day. And then it hit me. Why the change? Mom hadn't lost a screw. My worry-free philosophy had finally gotten through. I quickly read the last few lines. Enjoy your day at school. Don't believe what you've just read, or you're an April fool.
Now we have Yo-Yo Young, and she's going to tell us the full dirty sauce.
Dirty Socks by Bruce Lansky. My socks are very dirty, so I washed them in a lake. It wasn't long before I knew I made a big mistake. The water changed from clear to mud, then fumes began to rise. Then soon a cloud of air pollution covered up the skies. When bullfrogs started croaking and ducks began to quack, some campers started chanting, "We want our clean lake back." I've got a pile of dirty socks. I'm in an awful bind. I guess I'll have to bury them. I hope the worms don't mind.
Now Nora Chan is going to tell us a poem called "The Pencil and Eraser Were in a Horrible Fight."
Pencil and eraser were in a horrid fight by Kelly DeCoste. The pencil and eraser were in a horrid fight. It went on through the day and well into the night. The pencil wrote a poem about erasers that can't write. The eraser erased the poem and he did it with delight. The pencil wrote a sign, keep erasers out of sight. The eraser erased the sign and he did it out of sight. The pencil wrote a note, "You're just a parasite." The eraser erased the note and not a word was left inside. The pencil and eraser fought all through the night, and when the morning came, they had disappeared from sight.
Sounds like the eraser one. Sky Raccoon is going to do a poem for us now called "Watermelon Bird."
Watermelon Bird by Eric O. In mid-July, my friends and I were drinking lemonade and eating watermelon in the comfort of the shade. We spat the seeds among the weeds, we spat them east and west. I spat one in a pine tree where it landed in a nest. And there it lay till late in May, where it sprouted as a vine. And soon there grew a melon in the branches of the pine. And there it lay. A mother bird without a word then set on the tree and nested on that melon for a week or maybe 3. A day ago I stood below and heard an awful scratching, the picking and the pecking of that watermelon hatching. Then very soon that afternoon a feathered head broke free. Now a giant baby bird is sitting in our tree. He's green and red from tail to head, his eyes are small and gray. He likely weighs 100 pounds and will not go away. So be on guard in your backyard and in the shade you sit. Enjoy the watermelon, but be careful where you spit.
Matilda Pinello is now going to do a poem for us, "Another Note from Mom."
Another Note from Mom by Diane Z. Shore. I sprang from bed and bumped my head, then stubbed my little toe, then jammed my fingers turning down the blaring radio. I rubbed my bumps and bruises as the weather lady said, "Today's the 1st of April, look for showers overhead." I trudged downstairs to breakfast where my bad luck tagged along. There taped up to the microwave, another note from Mom. "Good morning!" exclamation point. She always starts out nice. Now comes the part where I get fed her motherly advice. "For breakfast, dear, just help yourself. There's pizza in the fridge. Ask for soda, choose a Sprite. The Coke has lots of fizz." "Is this a dream?" I said out loud. "There must be some mistake." I better read that through again. I'm only half awake. I scanned the lines, not once, but twice. Yes, pizza's what it said. And I could follow that advice, so I read on ahead. "Please wear your faded jeans to school, the low-cut ones that flare, and use my mousse to do that sticky up thing with your hair." Is she for real, I asked myself? What's gone into Mom? Whatever it was, I liked it lots, so I continued on.
About your science quiz today, the one on natural gas. Just tell your teacher that's one subject you don't want to pass. I know I didn't read that right. I couldn't have, no way! But there it was in black and white, as plain as night and day. Then it hit me. Why has it changed? Mom hadn't lost the screw. My worry-free philosophy has finally gotten through. Her rules had changed from lame to lax. My mom was cool at last. These last few months of middle school were gonna be a blast. I quickly read the last few lines. Enjoy your day at school, and don't believe what you just read, or you're an April Fool.
Thank you. Now we have Jessica Elliott, and her poem is Ancient.
Ancient by Ken Nesbitt. He's older than the oldest man that anyone has ever known. He's older than the internet. He's older than the printed word. The ancient Greeks, the dodo bird. He's old as mud. He's older than the pyramids and prehistoric hominids. He's older than the dinosaurs, the earth, the sun, the moon, and stars. He's old as mud. He's old as dust. He's wrinkled up and turned to rust. He's musty, crusty, stinky, dirty. Simply put, Dad's turning 30.
And then we have Caitlin Davis, Mother Doesn't Want to Talk.
Mother Doesn't Want to Talk by Judith Joris. Mother doesn't want to talk. Mother says they smell and never sit when you say sit or even when you yell. And when you come home late at night and there is ice and snow, you have to go back out because the dum-dum has to go. Mother doesn't want to talk. Mother says they shed and always let the strangers in and bark at friends instead. And do disgraceful things on rugs and track mud on the floor and flop upon your bed at night and snore their doggy snore. Mother doesn't want a dog. She's making a mistake. Because more than a dog, I think she will not want this snake.
Well, everything. It's pretty scary to get up here. I mean, you look out and you see all those faces looking at you. And if you make a little mistake, just like those students who did this afternoon, the best thing to do is just keep going. It's not about whether you make a mistake, it's about whether you keep going. So well done, everybody. And now, Ms. Pipers. She doesn't have a poem.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
And I want to thank all of you. How's that?
That was good.
Okay. A few thank yous for this afternoon. First of all, thank you to Ms. Jazz for agreeing for us to have this in the afternoon instead of at night. I think it was wonderful that all the students could be here to listen to their classmates, and I think that's wonderful. So round of applause for Ms. Jazz. Also, a special thank you to our 4 judges in the back. Not only did they judge this morning, but they also judged this afternoon. So thank you so much, judges. We couldn't do this without you. Next, I want to thank Ms. Finney. This was a great idea she had a couple weeks ago, and I know that she has been doing lots of test runs with it. For us to do a live streaming of the presentation so that parents who couldn't be here this afternoon, I think it's fantastic, and a special thank you to Ms. Finney. So round of applause. And later today it will be available on YouTube, right? So all of you can watch it again. How exciting is that? I want to thank the parents who also came this afternoon. Thank you so much. I know the students really enjoy having you here, especially the ones who kept looking around to see if Mom and Dad had arrived yet. So everyone give the parents a big round of applause. I also want to thank the teachers. Thank you so much for being on board with this. I know that this time of year is a very busy time of year, but thank you so much for encouraging your students. Thank you for raising the bar high. Particularly this year, I want to thank the teachers who encourage students to write their own personal poem. Let's give an extra special round of applause for all the students who wrote poems. I just want to check in. I think there was 20 personal poems that were written this year. Is that correct, Ms. Johnson? Maybe 20, yeah, oh, higher? Okay, so I think that's amazing, and just think next year you could also be part of that as well too, so I'd just love to hear all the variety. And last but definitely not least, thank you so much to all the students. Big round of applause for sitting here and listening. I know sometimes it's not easy to sit for a long period of time, and I know sometimes hearing the same poems over again, but that's, oh, and one last one. I couldn't have done it without Mr. Rabbit, so thank you, Mr. Rabbit. Oh, and one more, and it's only because she's my daughter, sometimes I forget to say thank you. But thank you, Miss Sandra this year designed our programs, designed our certificates that will be being given out, and designed the invitation that went home to all the parents. So can you help me thank her as well too? I'm done. So now the winner.
Okay, so we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're supposed to have 7 prizes, but we actually had 1 tie, if you could believe it or not. So a score of 114 to 114. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to call up the winners one at a time. If you want to come up though, and if your parents want to take a picture of you, you can. So. For the ELL division in grade 4, the winner is Daniel Chan.
Do you want me to have it?
Working against that.
Okay, so the next division was our grade 4 open division, and the winner is Jesse Casey.
Hang on, stay out there, coming.
Okay, so now we have our grade 5 ELL. Our grade 5 ELL winner today is Marv Pinto. Okay, so this brings us to the grade 5 open division. From 5-2, the winner is Capo Troy. Okay, this brings us to the personal poem open division. And from 5-2, the winner is Elise Lee. This brings us to the grade 6 ELL division. And the winner is Amy Shu. Okay, so luckily we brought along a couple extra prizes. So I think both of these contestants did so well that I couldn't help but want to give them both a prize. So from 6-1 and 6-3, Letitia Lee and Matilda Mello. Okay, so I'm always quite amazed when I see these kids between the ages of 9 and 12 standing up there with such confidence. So we do have certificates for everybody who happened to recite a poem today. So could all of our ELLs from grade 4, 5, 6 come up?
Girls.
Julia Lee, could you come up? Okay, could the grade 4 competitors come up? Okay, could the grade 5 competitors come up? Okay, last but not least, could the grade 6 competitors come on up?
Watch the board, guys. Watch the board. Take.
Okay, I said last but not least last time, but this is really last but not least. I think we still have our personal poem people, so the people who are brave enough to recite their own poems. Could you come on up? Okay, everybody, thank you so much for coming. I think the audience has been great today, and I hope you have a good day. See you next year.